What's going on, everybody? Chaseontwowheels here, and welcome to the last episode in our very first wrecked bike refresh season. You guys can see behind me on the my little lens thing started falling. We're good? We're good. You guys can see behind me, we got our 2015 CBR 500R. Just for reference, if you guys haven't kept up, we bought this bike, had no keys. It was like in terrible condition. We plucked it right before it went to the auction from our buddies over at Mountain Motorsports. It looked like this. Had no keys, looked like trash. So our idea was to, we were waiting on parts for our bigger build that we're working on, the Panigale, aka Paningli. So we figured we'd refresh the bike. So we have since refreshed this bike. It looks totally different. We got it wrapped by our buddies over at Infinite Wraps. We've gone over the entire motorcycle, and to be honest, we planned on doing far less to this motorcycle than we ended up actually doing to it. My buddy Brian was just like, dude, we can't let a bike go out of our garage that's not in like doesn't meet a standard. This had to get raised to our standards. But if you guys saw the last episode, we finished the bike up. Took us a couple days, but the last episode finally got done. It was dark, everybody was tired, we couldn't go for a ride, and that kind of brings me to what this episode is, and that is the shakedown video. Alright, so you probably asked yourself, Chase, what's a shakedown? And I've been wanting to show you guys a shakedown because, I'll get into it. So a shakedown is after you've built a motorcycle, you've gone through all of the bike, you've done this and that, and you've tightened this bolt and unloosened that bolt, and you get to the point where you've touched a lot of stuff. You need to do a shakedown to go ride the bike around to see and make sure that the bike is all running properly. That's your initial test run. Now, the reason that I'm showing you guys this shakedown is one, because it's necessary and it's good for you guys to know that you need to do a shakedown on a bike after you do some major work on it. But in every season of Wrecked Bike Rebuild, the Monster, the ZX10, the Bobber, we're about to do the shakedown on the Paningli soon, but every episode or every season of Wrecked Bike Rebuild, we never showed you guys the shakedown, and inevitably, every time we did a shakedown, something happened, or something was wrong, or something broke. It is what it is, it's just the part of doing builds, but every time, the shakedown would be the very end video, and that we had already done the reveal, so I was like, I never felt like I could show you guys any more of the build because we had already revealed it. So this is the first of what will now be normal. Is the shakedown is going to start happening before the build ends, because what would happen is, you know, I'd show the bike, I'll be, woo, it's done. We'd do the shakedown, and then something would break, and I'd be like, well, I'm not going to go back to you guys and be like, oh, just kidding, we're still working on it. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense. It kind of doesn't have a completion feel. So, in today's video, I'm going to double check some of the bolts and everything is good to go, make sure the brakes are working, and then we're going to go out on a motovlog, get it through all the gears, make sure the brakes, the clutch, the revving and all that kind of shit, make sure everything just feels normal. Super important, and if it passes the shakedown, this thing will be ready to go in a couple days from this video. Also, if you guys are new here and you're wondering, you just giving away bikes that you're building? Yeah, it's because the people over on Patreon support the show that we make. So if you guys want to be one of the supporters of the show and help me and my team allow us to do what we do here, and you also get the opportunity to get given a motorcycle, it's not a bad move. So, that's how we do this whole thing. All of you guys that are supporting us over there on Patreon, thank you so much. But yeah, without further ado, I'm gonna jump on the bike, check out, I wanna make sure the axles are tightened, and I wanna make sure all the wheels are tightened on, you know what I'm saying? I don't wanna be going down the highway and a wheel fly off. Other than that, you know, I'm gonna just jump on this thing and see how it goes. So, let's double check that everything's bolted together, and then let's head out. Also, you guys don't tell anybody, but like, I ain't got a license plate because like technically Mountain still owns this motorcycle, and I'm just going to give one of my Patreon people who wins it like a $0 coupon, and they don't have to buy it. So that's how we're doing it. It doesn't have a license plate. So I really, really hope I don't get pulled over. We'll find out. Okay, so let's make sure all the bolts are on, then let's head out of here. Okay, I put my hands on everything on the bike. Everything looks solid. I do want to check the tire pressures. Brian would probably punch me in the face if he knew I rode this thing without checking the tire pressure. So I'm gonna get the tires aired up, and I think we're headed out of here. So the front tire is supposed to be at 36 psi, and the rear tire is supposed to be at 42. Yeah, this is at like 20. Okay, tires check, bolts check. We got liquid back here. Got liquid up here, and looks like we got some gas in there, but we might have to stop and get gas at some point while we're out, which is fine, but this ride is not gonna be that long. Okay, I'm gonna throw some gear on, especially some cold weather gear because it's a little bit chilly, and we'll go see how she rides. Hopefully it doesn't fall to pieces in the middle of the road. All right, see you guys on the bike. All right, get last bit of the liquids that the bike needs to run. Check. I will say one thing, not that it's this bike specific, but I don't like bikes that do the whole gas tank pops out, or the whole gas cap. It feels so weird to me. Let's try this thing on the road, boys and girls. I'm pretty sure you guys have heard it cranked up. By the way, 2 gallons almost fills this thing up. I love it. Clutch feels good. Front brake seems to be working. I will say one thing about this bike that I noticed is look how much the handlebars move back and forth. You've got so much maneuverability. Oh snap! That exhaust. All that popping, dude, it makes you sound like you have such a bigger bike than you do. Oh! Look at this little thing go! Alright, I haven't got no license plate on it. I need to chill the hell out. Yeah, let's just cruise around. We need to go up through the gears. Let's do a brake. What about engine braking? How are we feeling? Nice. It's actually not bad. Let's go ahead and go. Alright, that's second. Blinkers are fine. Third. Fourth. Fifth. Should have one more gear. Sixth. Alright. We got shifting through all the gears. That's awesome. Body position, you're pretty upright. The new foot pegs, we just got the OEM foot pegs on here. We just got new ones because the other ones are scratched. But those things are cushy. And with this like upright body position, you're comfortable, dude. This bike is going to be legit solid, either it's somebody's first bike, maybe somebody's supporting the page and this is their first bike or something. But if this is a bike somebody wins from the Patreon page that already has a bike, this thing's only got 2,800 miles on it. This could totally be your little commuter bike that you take to work and stuff, and then you ride your fun bike on the weekends. I could totally see this as being that type of bike. Yeah, Vortex levers are solid, man, and they're adjustable. I think they're pretty solid like they are, so I'm not gonna adjust them, but whoever wins, I mean, it's literally a click, you know what I mean? Everything's feeling real solid. The front brake is bit in. Wow, front brake is bit in a little more. Rear brake needs a little bit of love left. And by what that means is you have to like push the brake to like build up the, what is that? Oh, it's a Mustang. Good for you, Mustang. You got to get the brake liquid going all around. The rear brake has a little left to be desired, but that front brake is solid. You got your typical Honda controls here, so everybody's going to be able to see where the controls are. And this is a little CBR 500, you know, it's no little slouch. Look at that. Front suspension might be a tad soft because it rises up and falls down. This is a solid little bike, man. I'm surprised because this thing, if you guys don't remember, if you guys haven't watched this season from the get-go, I highly recommend you do so because this bike we couldn't even crank up because it didn't have a key. We took a gamble on it, but man, it paid off because now we got this awesome looking bike. It's got 2,800 miles on it. It's got new sets of keys and stuff, and it runs great. This thing, and it's a Honda, so you know it's gonna last for like 10,000 years or something. This has got some punch too, especially around town.
I don't really want to get on the highway because I'm slightly worried about the tag. I don't want a cop, you know, I don't want a GSP or something. I wanted it to pop, and it's not popping anymore. Of course, when I'm trying to show the pops off, it's not doing it. Performance-wise, though, the bike is everything I need it to be. I really do like the range of motion with the front tire, though. You can get in and out. You can like maneuver around anything you need to. We got this dark windscreen to kind of finish the look up. This is a solid little bike. If you guys aren't familiar, the Wreck Bike Refresh series came about because we were waiting on some parts for the Panigale. I'm gonna go into the Panigale where it's been in a video coming out like tomorrow or something. But we wanted a bike that we could just redo quickly. You know, this is not a perfect motorcycle, but compared to where it was, it is a solid move right now. I think we'll take a ride up here and stick off these main roads just to be extra safe. Blinkers feel solid. Oh snap! Getting the little CBR 500 lens over, boy! Man, I like this little series where we don't put like tons and tons of cash into the bike. We just do little things that everybody, I feel like, would do if they had this bike. And, you know, they got that quick turnaround situation. I don't know. I think this Wreck Bike Refresh season came out pretty well. We got it done in a few more episodes than we planned. We wanted 5, and we ended up doing 7. I feel like that's a win. You guys can let me know in the comments what you thought about this season of Wreck Bike Refresh. I saw a lot of positive comments from you guys saying you enjoyed watching us do something more attainable. Like, you know, more the average guy or gal could do something like this. Please don't go. Good God. Oh, snap. Gotta calm down. We don't have a license plate. Still gotta calm down. Oh, this is awesome, man. This is such a cool little bike. Guys, I feel like now that I've ridden it, you know, I've tested out the brakes, I've tested out the blinkers, all the gears, the throttle. I feel safe saying that this bike's good to go. So with that being said, that means this video that you are watching here is officially the last video of the first season of Wreck Bike Refresh, our 2015 CBR 500. I appreciate all of you guys that watched through the entire season, or maybe you're just watching this episode. You know, anybody that watches, likes, and subscribes, massive shout out to you guys. But specifically to all you guys over on Patreon, we wouldn't be able to do all the builds that we do without you guys. So you guys are making all these bikes and builds possible, and we appreciate your support as always. So now the bike is done, we can officially say maybe we do a live stream. I'll put some info at the end of the screen because I've got to make sure the Patreon page gets does its thing correctly. But yeah, stick around to the very end of the video and I'll have details on when we're giving this away. I think we'll do a live stream. That sounds something fun to do. But anyways, guys, I'm Chaseontwowheels. Thank you guys so much for checking out this video and riding around with me for a minute. I will see you guys on the next video that will be probably on the Panigale. I know I've been getting a lot of questions from a lot of you guys, so I want to finally answer where the Panigale has been. Anyways, guys, I'm Chaseontwowheels. Thank you so much for riding around with me. I will see you guys on the next video that will come out tomorrow? Who knows, man? Videos on videos. We are back in the season in 2020, killing the game. I'll see you guys on the next one. Outro crew. Let me know what you thought about the first season, the first official season of Wrecked Bike Refresh. Also, apologies for not having a camera car. The weather's been garbage, and I ended up having to film this on a Sunday. I typically don't work on the weekends, but we had to do it for this little case. Dude. Oh, the little CBR that could, boy. All right, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Later.